kicks ass Batman.
Going around Gotham City, punching out thugs and clowns and silly putty and shit. He's awesome. And there's been a lot of great Batman video games, too. Batman on NES is hard as Killer Croc's gallstones, but it's a great game. Of course, there's the Arkham games. Those are rad. And he's even started some great beat-em-up games, too, like Batman Returns on SNES, or Batman Forever on Sega Saturn, which is super rare or expensive, and I've never played it, so why am I bringing it up right now? Who cares? It looks rad!
And since I love beat-em-up games so much, I decided to look at one of the most obscure Batman games, Ninja Baseball Batman, an arcade game released in 1993, which is kind of a strange title because is Batman really a ninja? I mean, I guess that's what Qui-Gon Jinn was teaching him up in those snowy mountains, but I don't know. I mean, he's probably played baseball at least once on the Adam West Show, probably, maybe. I don't know. Let's get this shit started.
First thing you'll notice when you turn the game on is its colorful aesthetic, definitely based on one of the Schumacher films. Get it? Based? Anyway, it's 4 players, and you get to pick between 4 different characters. All of your Batman favorites are here. Batman, Robin, Batgirl, Jose Canseco.
Alright, obviously this game isn't about Batman. It's actually an obscure arcade game made by Irem in 1993. The game's creator, Drew Maniscalco, which I hope to God I am pronouncing correctly, wanted to make a game about a team of superheroes inspired by all the more popular movies at the time, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Batman Returns, and he wanted to incorporate his love of baseball, which is an odd choice, but, you know, it made this game, and that's pretty cool. Drew originally intended for it to be a 2-player platforming game, similar to the kind of games you would see on the NES, but because of the popularity of 4-player beat-em-ups, Irem decided to take it in a different direction, and convinced Drew otherwise. Apparently, despite the game being a moderate success in Japan, of the 1,042 arcade cabinets sold worldwide, only 43 of them were sold in the US, and that's absurd. That is so many game consoles. That's not even the same amount of states. We have more states than there are Ninja Baseball Batman arcade cabinets in the US. If you've ever seen one, you gotta let me know, because I gotta know what that thing looks like and where I can go play it. For realsies. In recent years, the game has actually developed quite a cult following because of emulation and a glowing video endorsement by a certain angry video game nerd in 2011. But anyway, that's enough introductory stuff. Let's play this damn game!
The game's story is that a bunch of items have been stolen from the Baseball Hall of Fame, and the Commissioner of Baseball hires the Ninja Baseball Batmen to get them back. Yes, the baseball theme runs deep in this game. You get to pick from any of the 4 heroes: Captain Jose, Twin Bats Rhino, Beanball Roger, and Stick Straw. Despite the game using 2 buttons and a joystick, there are a lot of moves in this game. There's jump attacks, dash attacks, power attacks, grab attacks. The green one can crawl for some reason. It's nuts! Sometimes I'll do a move at random and never figure out how to do it again. Mostly because I'm bad, but also because there's only 2 buttons. How the hell does that even work? Anyway, the first stage of the game is Seattle, and right off the bat, you'll notice that you fight a lot of baseballs. Just lots and lots of balls. Balls with eyes, balls with lips, balls with mohawks, balls with creepy robot spider legs, giant men made out of blue balls, tiny blue balls, big blue balls.
Somebody really needs to fillet this game. I hope my mom doesn't see this.
There's even Tanuki balls. Yep. You also fight baseball bats that hit you with other baseball bats, which you, of course, kill by bashing them with your own baseball bat. This game is batty. I wonder who the boss is going to be.
Yo, the name is Patrick. The logic is erratic. Potato in a jacket. Toys in the attic.
Actually, it's an airplane, which you fight inside of another airplane. Now, what does an airplane need to use an airplane for? Maybe he's trying to be people and not fly around? Maybe he's a baby plane inside of the Big Mama plane's pouch, like a kangaroo. Oh no.
What have I done?
The next stage is San Francisco, which this game just refers to as Cisco, which not even the locals call it, so way to be lame, game. Here you fight on the Golden Gate Bridge and beat up, pumpkin men.
Which, as a native of the California Bay Area, I can tell you with 100% certainty, is actually really accurate of the city. Way to go, Drew. You did your research.
Halfway through the stage, you actually fall through the bridge and onto a boat where some robot octopus things can freeze you in place. That's annoying. The boss of this stage is a monster truck with lips called Mad Lax, because pop culture references. My favorite part about this fight is that you can pick the truck up and slam it on the ground. The Ninja Baseball Batmen are badass, man. After that, it's off to Las Vegas for drinking, gambling, and debauchery. They really are professional athletes. Here you fight playing cards wearing little hats. I assume so they can go out in public and see critters at the local movie theater without anybody finding out who they really are.
Ugh. Where did they come up with this stuff?
Also, there's these creepy robot things. Something about the way their heads are shaded, just slightly darker than every other sprite in the game, makes them a bit unsettling. The boss of this stage is a slot machine, because of course it is, and it has this ugly face that reminds me of Nightmare from Metroid Fusion or Other M. Ah, please no! It attacks you with money, which might be some kind of social commentary, but I don't know if this game is smart enough for that.
Wrong.
After that, the commissioner tells you where the next item is, and Captain Jose proclaims, "Let's go to Texas!" Something that nobody has ever once said and meant. This is probably the strangest stage in the game, and I know that might not mean much considering it's this game, but for some reason, Texas is the haunted house level. I know that that's a pretty common gaming trope for 1993, but why Texas? I would think that would be the desert level, but whatever. You fight zombie baseballs, evil hamburgers, possessed furniture, and some very vaudeville refrigerators.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal.
The boss is called Ghost Buffalo, and it's made up of a bunch of possessed items from throughout the spooky mansion. It's actually a fairly tough boss because it has this knife attack that does like 1,000,000 damage. After that, you head to Florida because Texas wasn't bad enough. It's at this point that the amount of shit on screen starts to get a little out of hand. This was an arcade game, so its goal was to be as hard as balls to drain kids of their cash, but holy crap, there is so much stuff happening. So many enemies and explosions, I can't even see what I'm doing. Adding to the confusion, throughout the levels, you occasionally run into these power-ups that summon these ninja baseball Batman cheerleaders that help you out by either giving you health or doing a screen-clearing move. And I gotta say, these pink cheerleaders? They're some really fine-looking video game honeys. Y'all can keep your Mai Shiranui eyes and Bayonettas. I'm going to hang out with the ninja baseball Batman cheerleaders. Now, we're in Florida, so I want you to go ahead and guess what the boss is. Go on, guess. What could the boss of a Florida stage be? An orange? Epcot Center? Your grandma? Regretful life decisions? No, it's an alligator. Duh. Kinda looks like it could be from a Mega Man X game. This boss killed me a lot, but that's okay, because he gets turned into a purse after you beat him, which is kind of terrible, but the sprite is hilarious. The next stage is Chicago, and all of the enemies here are gangster pugs with Tommy guns. Which might be the weirdest enemy in the game. I know that's hard to say when this guy is also an enemy in the game, but like, why gangsters? Did the developers get all of their information about Chicago from Looney Tunes cartoons? So you're walking along, beating up a never-ending supply of gangster pugs, and holy fuck! That was really gruesome! I know those bats are enemies, but Jesus! They got burned alive! In the background! I didn't even cause that! The programmers just decided to include a scene of a bunch of living baseball bats being burned alive in the background of a random stage in this game! God damn! Can we get a moment of silence for those bats, please? After questioning all of my life decisions that have led me up to this point, I made it to the boss, and it's a bigger dog with a gun. Good. He's pretty tough, but can I just say that I freaking love when beat-em-ups let you attack enemies when they're down. X-Men does it, Double Dragon Neon does it, and this game does it. Maybe a little unethical, but hey, this is war, I think. What was the plot of the game again? Once he's defeated, you move on to the final stage, New York, and you discover the commissioner was behind it the whole time! They never say why he stole these things, but he did, and he's evil now. Time to stop him. This stage is just one big endurance round, with hordes of every enemy type coming at you screen after screen. You even have to fight the giant ball man in the plane again, for some reason. Then it's the final showdown with the commissioner and his robot statue man known as the King Babe. Okay. This fight isn't too hard. He only has a few different moves. They do a lot of damage because, again, they want your quarters, but it's over soon enough. You get all the items back, and the commissioner begs for forgiveness, and Jose's just like, nah man, fuck that. I gotta punish you. And hits his ass so hard he knocks the moon out of the sky. Then the credits roll, and congrats. You are the Ninja Baseball Batman.
You know, for as weird and obscure as this game is, I actually really like it. Like a lot.
It's no secret I'm a big fan of beat-em-up games, and I think this is actually one of the best arcade beat-em-ups around. The graphics are colorful and vibrant, the characters are fun and creative, the gameplay is smooth, there's tons of moves to do, it might be a little bit too hard with the amount of enemies they throw at you, and it's pretty short with only 7 stages, but it's a lot of fun.
I wish it would have been more successful. Can you imagine some Ninja Baseball Batman sequels? or some action figures. I would buy the shit out of a Captain Jose action figure. Or maybe they could do like a comic book, and they could do a comic book crossover with the actual Batman. Yeah. And like the Penguin and the Commissioner of Baseball team up with the Gangster Dogs and the Dancing Refrigerators, and the Ninja Baseball Batman have to go beat the shit out of them. That would be so cool. Oh man, somebody dig out the epic. We need to travel back to 1993 and make this game a success. Who's with me? Or we at least need to get a better ROM file. I mean, this shit's constantly freezing and causing all kinds of flickering and shit. Screen's always tearing. I don't even know what the hell's going on.
Holy shit. Thank you so much for watching this video. This one has been a long time coming. You know, I first started recording footage for this all the way back in July. Yeah, it's been a long time. I've been busy, okay? I got a new job. I lost that job. Now I'm back at the other job. It's just complicated, okay? But thank you for watching it. Thank you so much. If you liked it, why don't you go ahead and subscribe and like the video and comment on it. All that stuff helps me so much. If you want to see another video, you can check out my Me Tomo video I did. That game's still relevant, right? You can click on that annotation right there. Again, thanks for watching, man. I appreciate it. I look forward to all of your comments about how I pronounce my last name wrong. So, looking forward to that. Thanks again. Bye-bye. See you in another 4 months.